This time on Road and Race, we're back at the track to find out if you can't afford dedicated track tyres, is a performance road tyre good enough?
Welcome to another episode of Road and Race.
Welcome. This week we are taking the Clio back to the track at Bedford and we're going to be testing two sets of tyres. We've got some Kumho V700 track tyres and some Kuhmo road tyres. Now the whole aim of this test is to see, is it really worth buying the track tyres for the track, or can you get away with using road tyres and having a similar amount of fun for less money?
Let's do it.
Let's have a go. You confident, Neil?
Yes.
And we're going to time our laps as well, so we'll see who's quickest.
Yeah, because you love that.
And we'll also see how different the lap times are from the track tyre to the road tyre, which should be quite interesting. So anyway, let's get in the car,
Let's go.
Go and have some fun.
Yeah. So heading out for the first test, we've got Kuhmo's V700A track tyre. So this will be the benchmark. It's nice and dry today, perfect conditions for a track tyre.
These tyres, they warm up really quickly. When we first got these track wheels, we had some Yokohamas on, and they took a good few laps to get warmed up, whereas these warm up after a few corners.
And obviously they're very, very sticky. They've got incredible dry grip. Here I can turn in really sharp, load up the front wheels, and just really stick.
I have noticed with these tyres, after a few laps, they do start to wash out a little bit. I don't know if they just get a bit too hot, if that's even a thing.
This Clio's a front wheel drive car, so the front wheels have a lot to do. And these tyres work really well. Into this corner, very long sweeping right-hander, putting a lot of lean into the corner. No dramas, just very predictable. It's what you want.
Right, so now it's time to test our Kuhmo road tyres. It's going to be really interesting to see how different they are.
They do have less grip though. I'll wait till they get a bit of warmth into them, see if they improve. But they don't handle as well for cold as the V700s.
Oh. They don't feel too bad actually. Just a little bit cautious of the rear.
Yeah, see, I've understeered there where I wouldn't understeer on the other tyres.
There's a bit more understeer. They're definitely not biting into the tarmac as much as the semi-slicks, but I'm actually quite impressed. I thought they were going to be a lot worse than this. They're not bad at all.
Let's do a braking test, see how well they brake. Again, don't stop you as well.
I tell you what, if these tyres give good results, that is very impressive, because if it rains on a track day and you've got slick tyres on, we all know that slick tyres and rain, wet tarmac do not go hand in hand. So if these tyres work well, it's going to be perfect, because they've got a lot more tread to displace water.
Oh yeah, the back end is a lot more tail happy. Wow! Big oversteer in a Clio.
It's struggling for traction a little bit more out bends, but still very impressive. Oh, there we go. Oh, I didn't like that very much.
There's a lot less grip. This fast right-hander is slipping all over the place. It's like it's wet.
Oh, the back just came round a bit there. I tell you what though, it's fun. Yeah, the back's a bit more lively now.
It's the hairpin. Down in a second. Oh my God. Oh God. Look back. Look back end. Oh my God.
Oh, dearie me. Oh dear, you've just got to be more alert, because the car becomes a lot more of a fighter.
Well, I think a bit more fun. It's dangerous fun, but it's more laughing.
Tyres making a bit of noise, they're complaining, I don't like this, I'm not designed for this. Well, tough.
Saying that, once you get used to them, it's not that bad. You just have to learn to drive a bit differently before you can expect all this extra grip. And you just have to learn to drive with a little bit less grip. You have to, drive the car a bit more smoothly. You can't rely on pure grip to get out of a lot of problems.
Hey, if you've got some good road tyres, you don't necessarily need to go the full hog and get the semi-slicks. You'll probably lose a couple of seconds a lap, and you'll lose that kind of overall grip, but this is still really impressive. And it keeps you on your toes a bit more. It's almost a bit more fun, depending on what you like, because you've just got to be a little bit more alert. But no, overall Kuhmo, I think you've done a very good job with both sets of tyres. Thumbs up from me.
We're back in the car after our laps, and so we're going to discuss our lap times and how we felt about the tyres.
Your fastest lap time?
Fastest lap on the
slick tyres, drum roll please.
Yeah, okay.
Was a 3:26.44.
Which is probably the lap record for Bedford.
Oh,
I would say.
it must be.
Yeah,
it must be.
Yeah, felt good.
I'm guessing I'm going to have smashed the lap record after that as well.
So I'll just pull up. I haven't looked at your times yet, but they're probably going to be slower. Your fastest time on the V700s was 3 minutes and 9 seconds.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. 3:09. What was yours again?
3:26.
3:26. Yeah, boy.
To be fair, this is my first ever time at Bedford.
Yeah, and mine.
And yours as well, but it also got a bit more of a knack to it. So move on to the road tyres then.
So here you are.
Are they as fast, or are they going to be slower?
Slower.
Probably going to be slower, aren't they?
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. So your fastest time on the road tyre was a 3:38.
Yeah, I didn't do very well on that at all.
So
I think I've had longer to get used to the tyres. Maybe I could have improved that, but it was a bit of a shock going from one to the other.
Yeah, so it's a good 12 seconds you lost on the road tyre.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about you. What did I get?
3 minutes 15. So that's only 6 seconds.
Not bad.
6 seconds slower. So let's talk about the differences between the two sets of tyres.
Yeah.
Go first.
Starting with the slicks, the semi-slicks, I thought they were really good.
They're really good. Loads of grip. Work really well.
Don't take long to warm up.
Warm up really well, quickly, yeah.
And I found after a few laps, they don't really tend to drop off either.
No.
I found a tad more loss of traction.
It's marginal.
Sort of through corners and out of corners, but yeah, it was marginal. But no,
they get warm quick, stay warm.
They do stay
very
warm.
Consistent.
And these tyres now, they're a road legal tyre, and after 2 track days we've done them, they're still road legal.
Moving on to the road tyres, in comparison, there is less grip.
There is less grip.
There is less grip. There's a firm sidewall to get a nice turn in.
I mean, I wasn't too disappointed. They were kind of better than I expected, because obviously, won't you remember the Evergreens?
They were better than the budget tyres, by miles, and there was no sidewall flex.
Yeah, if we rewind to the early days, the Evergreens, when you turn in, you felt like you were on the edge of the rim, didn't you? Whereas I found these, like you say, a much harder sidewall, much better. I did find the rear a bit more of a bit more playful.
Rear came out a lot more,
at the rear, and I found it was, you had a bit of wheel spin. Well, I had a bit of wheel spin coming out the corners.
Oh, I didn't like that.
It was just much more of a fighting experience. I was fighting with the car.
Yeah, it felt a little bit slippy, a little bit drifty.
Yeah, but I found it. I quite enjoyed driving it, to be fair.
Yeah, I think maybe if we had started on those, we wouldn't have been as. We'd probably been very happy with it.
Yeah, because we'd been out on the slicks.
The slicks first, yeah.
You get used to them.
You kind of spoil how good they are.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you just run the slicks every day then?
Well, technically you could.
Yeah, they are road legal.
But they're a noisier tyre for the road.
Yeah, there's a lot of road noise, isn't there? So maybe get a bit annoying on motorway journeys.
I think to really appreciate them, you need to be driving on the limit, which you can't do on a public road.
True.
And there's also less tread, so it's going to disperse less water for when it's raining. But it is an option if you want to run that tyre over the summer and do a few track days.
Yeah, I agree. The road tyre is much better. Probably in the wet. We've not done a wet test for this, but
no,
you have driven those tyres in the wet, haven't you?
I've driven those tyres. I've gone from the Evergreens on the road to those on the road, and they are night and day better.
The road tyres, the KU39s on the road are
night and day better.
They're good in the wet
than a budget. Much better.
So in summary, the KU39s, great road tyre, and you probably wouldn't be that disappointed if you couldn't afford track tyres coming here and running them.
No, I mean you're going to lose a bit of time, but if you can't afford slicks, then it's a good option just to run it as for both.
But obviously, if the budget will stretch to dedicated track tyres, the V700s are fantastic.
Yeah,
it makes it so much fun.
Yeah,
you know,
you can get so much more out of the car.
So much out. You can push the car to more of the limit.
Yeah,
whilst maybe the tyres are a limiting factor.
Definitely. I mean, the only other thing you've got to consider is you will need a second set of wheels, but
yeah, so cost goes up. So it's always a bit of a budget.
Yeah, but you can get another set of Clio sport wheels for, you know, under £100, I guess now for 4, and you can slap some V700s and off you go.
Yeah,
yeah. Blistering times at Bedford.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to try the 60 to 0 braking challenge with the same Kuhmo semi-slick tyres, V700s I think they are, and compare them to the results of the stock car with the evergreen tyres.
The white flag shows where the Clio stopped from 60 miles an hour when we first got it, which was 25 metres. With all the mods so far and with the track tyres, the Clio stopped in 20 metres, which is 5 metres shorter than before.
Right, so 60 to 0 braking test with the Kuhmo road tyres on this time. See if we can better the test we did with the semi-slicks.
With the road tyres on, the Clio stopped in 24 metres, so a metre better than when stock with the budget tyres, but not as well as the track tyres.
I am now.
Am I in shot, Neil?
Yep.
Yeah? I'm not... My hair looks really bad. It needs cutting. Does it look all right?
No.
No? I feel like a Sabutio player. You know, with a quiff. I'm sure nobody's going to mind anyway. Anyway, let's crack on.
Go on, bit.